catching cheaters, and proud of it.
Ow, I'm sorry.
It's your home for War of the Roses on Mojo in the Morning.
So, Lynn, you think your husband is cheating with someone who he's been caught cheating with before?
Yeah, yes.
And first off, how did you catch him cheating in the past?
Well, okay, so I saw his Facebook page because he's not smart enough to close it and then leave it right on the kitchen table. And sure enough, there was a conversation about ending it. And I'm like, ending what? And I'm looking and it looks fragmented, like some messages have been deleted. So I checked his phone and, here we are.
Okay, and you thought that he was good for a while, but now you're thinking that maybe he's still up to some bad business here?
Yeah, it's the same old and I'm like, I got to figure this out once and for all.
Who's the woman that he was messing around with?
She's a coworker.
Okay. And he's still working with her, but not having a relationship with her?
It seems like they might be again.
It's interesting whenever you hear of stories where somebody actually is, caught messing around, and I don't understand. They cut off the relationship, but they got to still work with the person.
Right.
So how do you go about
You're still gonna
business?
see that person every single day.
Yeah. That leaves it to probably either a really awkward work environment, or it leads it to they're not cut off. In this case, we're going to find out. You got her number. How were you able to get her number?
Well, the contact list on Google just shows right up.
Okay. Oh. So we're using that number. We're going to see what happens when we call your husband and his coworker and see what they sound like. We're going to do a three-way War of the Roses call. Hang on the phone. Mute your phone. So you need to physically mute it because I can hear background noise.
Sure.
War of the Roses.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi? Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah? Can you hear me?
You called? I'm sorry. Hello. Did you call me?
No, you called me.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, you did call me. I just saw your number. You called me. I don't know why you're calling me. I mean, you're the one that wanted to break up. I don't get it.
I didn't but I didn't call you. That's why I didn't call you. I told you.
No, you did call me. I just saw your number on my phone. It just said.
You got my. I mean, I'm not calling. That's why I didn't. Why would I call you?
I don't know what you're getting at here. I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but you told me you wanted to break up. You didn't want to see each other again, and then you called me.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Which is why would I call you? If I said those things, why would I call you? Obviously, I didn't call you.
So, yeah, I think you should just, for my mental health, just please lose my number and don't call me again, okay?
Okay, I didn't call you, so don't worry, I won't call you again. Bye.
Bye.
They're both not on the line anymore. So, Lynn, it sounds like there is not anything going on, obviously.
I don't know. There was obviously awkward tension, so...
Well, there's awkward tension because of...
It was a confusing phone call.
They have no... And we spoofed the number so that it looks like each other's calling, so they're probably both wondering what the hell's going on.
Well, that does not feel innocent to me.
You think that there's still something going on?
Yeah, I know how he's a fast talker. He's all like flubbing over his words, confused.
I don't know.
Why don't we call him up, and maybe we even call her up and see if we can talk to both of them and see if we can find out what's going on.
All right.
All right, hang on one second.
This is the home of War of the Roses. Mojo in the morning.
All right, quick recap, War of the Roses here this morning. So he was busted cheating on his wife with a coworker. They went through countless counseling to only have her forgive him, but now believe that he's back to cheating again. We called him and the coworker and did a three-way call. And just to kind of give you an idea of how this works, we're able to spoof the phone line so that each of them can see if they look at their phone that the other is calling. It will show up as a number, not sometimes in their contacts. And you heard this just a couple of minutes ago on the show.
I mean, I'm not calling. That's why I didn't. Why would I call you?
I don't know what you're getting at here. I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but you told me you wanted to break up, you didn't want to see each other again, and then you called me.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Which is why would I call you? If I said those things, why would I call you? Obviously, I didn't call you.
So Lynn is the wife, and Lynn, you still don't necessarily believe, even hearing them talk about, don't call me ever again, that there is something going on?
I do. I can tell.
It was very, very difficult when we tried to call back your husband to convince him to come on the air with us. I think we're able to get him on. I don't know if we'll be able to get his coworker on. But Mark, are you okay with your voice on the radio with us?
Okay, sure.
So Mark, you just got a phone call just a couple minutes ago from a coworker. And just so you know that coworker did not call you, and I know you did not call her. It was actually us that called both you guys. It's Mojo in the Morning's War of the Roses. And your wife Lynn is on the phone with us because she still has suspicion that there's something going on. She had told us that there was a relationship between you and this coworker.
I mean, we're friends.
In the conversation that we just heard, it sounded like you guys had called this thing off. Is there anything going on between you guys?
No, I mean, no. I think she wants there to be something. I thought we were just friends. So
I didn't sense that she wanted anything to be going on between you guys.
She did before until I told her.
So you were the person that called off the relationship between you guys.
Well, we were just friends, and then she was wanting to be more, and I was like, I love my wife. I'm not doing that.
Well, your wife,
so it was like a friend breakup.
Your wife doesn't believe that you're not more than just friends with this coworker still.
But you said you just heard. I said I'm not interested.
I understand.
I didn't want any of that.
But Lynn, you don't think that that's the case?
No, I don't. I can. He doesn't have to talk when I could tell this one's lying. He's not a good liar. Come on, Lynn. Do you know how long it took me to trust you again? And here you are.
It's just a friend I work with. And she was being weird about it. So
weird is you. I can tell when you're being weird, and you might need to find a new job.
We're actually going to try to see if your coworker will come on with us. Sabrina, are you okay with being on the radio?
No.
Okay, then I'm not going to put you on. I am gonna say that it's, now all the conversation that we have about her and what she wants in the relationship or doesn't want in a relationship, we have to just speculate on this. And
we didn't get any information, but Lynn, you know Mark better than any of us, so.
Yeah, I can hear when he's lying, when he doesn't even talk. He's uncomfortable. He takes too long to respond. And I have to follow my gut on this one.
All right.
This is not innocent coworkers.
You guys hang on 1 second. We'll let you talk off the air. Brittany, comment from you on War of the Roses. What are your thoughts?
Hello.
Hi, Britt.
Hi. So I personally think that he cheated again and that they broke up. The animosity in their conversation didn't sound like a breakup from however long ago. It sounded like it was just now.
Interesting.
Okay, so that is an interesting point because it's very obvious that he cheated before, but is he now? I didn't really get that from the phone call.
No, but
you saying it that way, I get what you mean. Like it sounded like fresh.
Yeah, if they cut it off, months ago, which by the way, the story that Lynn told us is that it was almost a year ago that they've gone through therapy.
Because I was going to say nothing that they actually said made me go, "Oh, it's still happening."
Yeah,
but the tone maybe.
Mojo in the morning. What's going on, Justin? Your thoughts on this one? Which one is Justin? I'm a little confused here looking at these lines. This one is Justin.
I'm on line, Mojo.
There you are. I got you.
I wouldn't even have called that woman back. Did you hear the emotional scarring in her voice? Something happened between them two.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I wouldn't call him a cheater necessarily. It sounded like old emotional damage that she was trying to get over, be leaving her past, and bury. And this might have dug it back up.
Yeah,
He did hurt her.
Yeah, she is definitely very hurt by that relationship and how that relationship went and ended. Jenny has a very good point to make, and this is probably the best point of them all. Because remember this: this is a coworker that he's cheating with. Jenny, what did you want to say?
Yes, if I were in a situation and I forgave my spouse, heck no, would you not go back to working at that place? Your butt is finding a new job.
Right.
Yeah, I find out.
That should be step number one.
I mean, you already have trust issues, but then every day you're faced with going, did they see each other at work today? Did they talk?
And I would
talk
have
today?
suspicions, and my gut wouldn't feel good.
Yeah.
I would be so upset. I wouldn't trust my spouse.
I want to know how many people that have cheated with a coworker stayed working with them. And are there any listeners that actually were given that ultimatum or gave that ultimatum that you got to get out of there? You got to find a new job? Because you're right on that.
I wonder what lies he's telling or has the wool pulled over her eyes because she must be blinded by something or stuck in a situation and she can't leave because any person in their right mind.
They have kids, so I think
go back to work at a place where they were getting cheated on at.
Yeah,
would that. No way.
They got a pretty beautiful family. So I think that's probably what she's thinking about. But Brandy, hello.
Hello, how are you?
We're good. It's War of the Roses.
Oh goodness. So did you guys hear in the very beginning? Once they both answered the phone, there was a really long pause. I feel like they knew what was going on, and somebody texted the other one and said, "Just play along."
No, I see. Can I tell you what I think it is?
Sure.
Because it happens. Just so you know. And we taped War of the Roses, okay? And we have to for a lot of reasons. There's always that in three-way call War of the Roses because it's the awkwardness of when I call you and I'm calling you, you say hello and I go, hey, how you doing? What's going on? You know I'm calling you. They don't know what's going on when the call's being made. So there's always the awkwardness of I didn't call you. Why are you calling me? And why are you not talking when you're calling me? You know what I mean? So I think
I do know what you mean, but their interaction sounded so fake.
Okay, so
it sounded like she was saying like, you broke up with me. Why would you be calling? Like, what grown adult talks like that?
Well, then as it got into it, that's when it kind of happened a little bit. But I will tell you this, that does happen. The awkwardness does happen on almost every of the three-way War of the Roses. But normally I edited it out, but I didn't edit it out in this case. And I think that one of the reasons I didn't edit it out was because there really wasn't much interaction between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a quick call. It was probably one of our quickest that we've had. Is it Flip?
Yeah, it's Flip.
Flip? Did you get busted cheating?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, I'm saying is she specifically said, you broke it off with me, and for my sanity, please lose my number.
Yes.
So basically, this is fresh. She still wants him, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about him cheating.
Okay. Thank you. We got any callers that have called in that have said that they had a spouse cheat with a coworker, and did they go back to work? I want to know if there are any people that have had that. 844-MOJO Live.
I don't know how you do go back to that same job. That's got to be step number one, right? In repairing a relationship is removing that element of having the pain of that person still being with the other person all day.
Yeah, how do you see them? Like, I have a hard enough time just seeing coworkers here that I never cheated with. You know? I mean, isn't that an awkward situation? Annette, Mojo in the Morning, War of the Roses podcast. You will be able to hear it and get the chance to listen to it. So if you missed it, you can listen to the three-way call all over again on our podcast. Make sure you're a subscriber. What'd you want to say?
I think that they knew that it was you guys calling because they got busted before for War of the Roses. I think they're still messing around.
Yeah. Some people just sound guilty. Like
that is so true.
Exactly.
Like when I say, "Hey, Mike, what are you doing?" He always has.
You were going to ask.
He always has that.
Well, you always just sound nervous and anxious.
It's anxious. That's what it is. 100% anxious.
Mike,
why? What'd you hear though?
What's going on, Brian? How you doing?
Hi.
What's up?
So I actually was dating my coworker, and I cheated on her, and the girl that I cheated on her with found out that I was dating someone, and she walked up into my work and was like, hey, so the guy that was working yesterday, what's his name? Because I told her my name was Randy, and she, found out and actually didn't snitch me out for once. I was like, that's surprising. Like, why didn't you snitch me out? She's like, I just wanted you to know that, I have you by the balls, and if I wanted to, I could end it. And she's like, okay.
Wow.
And then she blocked me.
Wow. Wow. Did you have to work with that coworker that you cheated on?
Yeah. We dated actually another 6 months after that.
Man. Vince, your wife.
Hey, how you doing?
Your wife cheated on you with a coworker. What happened when you found out about that?
Well, she's the assistant property manager at a apartment place, and she ended up cheating with one of the people that live there. So she would always say she's going to be home late, stuff like that, and turns out she's going to his house, which is right on where she lives at, and staying there for a couple hours. And I found out through it's just a big old mess. From his baby mama contacted me because she found out and told me about it, and I confronted her, confronted him, and got divorced a month ago.
And do they still work together?
Yeah, they still work together. Well, yeah.
And are they still together?
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Oh,
Jeez.
gosh.
Wow.
Sorry about that, Vince, man.
So you know the feeling of the closeness with somebody that they work with or at work around, but you guys ended your relationship.
In my opinion, that'll never work. With them always seeing each other, there's always the what ifs.
Yeah,
right.
Your mind's always spinning.
Exactly. There's no way to rebuild trust on that. First, you have to start fresh and make a new foundation. And the first step of doing that is to isolate and to separate.
Are they living in the apartment complex together now?
Yeah, they got a place together.
Oh my God, that would be weird, huh? Well, I guess you got easy access if you're the apartment manager to an apartment now, since you got kicked out by your guy. Renee, your husband cheated with a coworker. What happened? Did they stay working together, or did you make him go get a new job?
I let him work there for a little bit to see if I could do it, but he ended up having a dream about her and contacting another coworker so that he can contact her to make sure she was okay in his dream. And that drew the line.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord.
So how was it for you when he was going back to work? Every day, did you worry about what was happening?
Every day. I actually drove up there a few times on his lunch break to see if they were together.
Yeah, that's no way to live.
Yeah.
Well, it was horrible.
Yeah. B, actually, your ex cheated with a coworker. What did you guys do when you found out about that?
Well, I didn't find out until like way after, but I always suspected it.
Mm-hmm.
The way I found out is he was dating somebody else. I was still married, mind you, and the coworker that he cheated on me with was jealous about that relationship. So she sent me an anonymous email pretending to be that girl that he's cheating on with, and she sent it to me and my entire family
Whoa.
so that I could get divorced because she was married and ended up getting divorced thinking that he's going to get divorced and marry her.
Right. So there was at least 2 other women in this guy's life. And then what did you do when you found out? How did you approach it to him?
I filed for divorce, but then he backpedaled and made it seem like it wouldn't be good for the kids and he's going to change and whatnot. But after originally filing for divorce, 6 years later, I did file, and now I'm happily divorced.
Mm-hmm. Who else is there coughing? There was somebody else coughing.
That's my fiance.
I got a new guy. That's her. Okay. All right.
I've been cheated on, too.
Oh,
he's also been cheated on.
You know what? They see that? You guys know the heartbreak of it, so you guys are perfect for each other.
Well,
Yeah, and we'd never do it to each other.
Yeah, everyone's been cheated on.
It's not worth it.
Caitlin?
Yes.
You cheated, and then you went back to work with the guy that you cheated with?
Yeah. So in the beginning, I'm actually still currently with my boyfriend who this happened with. We actually have a daughter now and are buying a house. So
oh my gosh.
It's a whole thing.
And you go into work every day, and there's a guy that you work with that you actually fooled
I
around
don't work with him anymore, but I did continue working with him after the situation happened.
Your guy has a lot of trust in you, because I wouldn't trust you.
Oh, no, I know. It was very early in our relationship. We weren't I think it was 2 months into it. So we weren't even officially dating yet. But we were in the talking stage. So it was a whole thing.
If they ever paired you guys up in teams like they do at our office sometimes, did you make sure you weren't near him so you couldn't get paired up with that guy?
So this was actually, I was working in a factory and our teams were right next to each other. So I still saw him every day after this situation happened, unfortunately.
Did you ever flirt? Or did he ever flirt?
No. He definitely tried to. I just kind of decided that it wasn't worth my time. I was 21 at the time, so I was stupid, young kind of mistake situation. I talked to my boyfriend about it, and we kind of came up with a situation, what was best for it, and I blocked him on everything, and I didn't talk to him while I was at work, and it ended up working out just fine because 3 months later, me and my current boyfriend moved in together, and we ended up having a kid together about a year later, and
good.
Now
Happily
we're
ever
about 5
after.
years into our relationship, and there's still some trust issues. But I was not made to quit my job, but also my boyfriend's very big on money, so he didn't want me quitting.
Isn't that funny? That you choose? Do you choose your relationship, or do you choose paying your bills? That's a lot of times the hardest reason. You don't.
Sometimes you don't have the luxury of just getting another job.